Okay, go ahead.
Welcome to Father Sean Newman Park for the intermediate game between Trim and Drumbaragh. It's an overcast evening. The rain seems to have held off. There's a bit of a breeze now. 3 changes to the Trim team from the first round. We've Barry Callahan in goals, Declan Dowling, Ben Bulger and Kieran O'Rourke the full back line, Darryl Phelan, James Toher and Kevin Alley, Rob Burke and Conor Quigley midfield, Mark Malloy, Alan Douglas and Ian Birmingham half forward line, and Owen O'Connor, Aaron Lynch and Kieran Joyce. Referee Stephen Dawson about to throw in the ball. Ian Birmingham in possession. Back to James Toher outside the left. Good ball to Kieran Joyce. Kieran calls the mark. In behind to Aaron Lynch. The referee let something go there.
Seems to be fairly deliberate, doesn't it?
Drumbaragh appear to be doubling up on Aaron Lynch. James Toher appears to be a free man for Trim. It's early stages.
In the studio with us here today is Fergal Lynch of the Meath Chronicle, Morris Power and John Andrews. Fergal, what do you think of that tackle on Aaron Lynch?
Yeah, it seems to be a deliberate ploy straight away. They obviously identified Aaron as the Trim danger man in there, and just let them know he was there straight away. A couple of defenders wanted to let him know that if he has any intentions of trying to skit by them and in for a goal, that he's going to have to find another way around them rather than straight through them. But it was definite cynical play on him there, and the referee.
No free given, and the referee's playing on with a free to Drumbaragh. Six is Willie Carey. Willie very strong on the ball, former Meath panellist. Very strong play there for Brian Bulger at the back out with the ball. He was the same in Navan against Kenny. Alan Douglas with a long delivery. Again, I thought that should have been a free where it landed. Nothing given. 2 is John Morrissey for Drumbaragh. Owen O'Connor putting him under pressure. And that's a bit soft compared to what's after going. 5 is John Smith. John gone back to Luke Fagan. Luke in. James Toher going to intercept this. Good interception. Lays it off to Darragh Lynch. Darragh gets his head up. Hands it off to Mark Malloy. On to Alan Douglas. Dougie tries to play ball over top to Aaron Lynch. Aaron Lynch is in here. Oh, he's at the crossbar. And wide. Aaron could have called a mark there but chose to play on. Thought the goal chance was on. He's hit the crossbar.
Darryl Lynch taking over down the right hand side off the ball there as well. They're definitely trying to rattle Trim and unsettle them.
Jamie Tibbins now with kick out. Oh, and he's hit straight to Owen O'Connor, who's fumbled it. And Harry Higgins picked up the rebound. James Toher got a hand in there, and Declan Dowling out in front. Plays it to Alan Douglas. Dougie into the corner to Lynchy. Aaron gets down on top of the ball. Ian Birmingham behind him. Not a great ball by Aaron. Intercepted by Drumbaragh defender. The tackle by Joycey. No, he's given a free. John Smith again with the ball. Hands it to Willie Carey, fellow half-back, remember. Kevin Alley putting him under a little bit of pressure. Goes back to Harry Higgins. Luke Fagan. Harry Higgins on it again. Back to John Smith. Under pressure from Ian Birmingham. Good tackling from Ian. Well then, Brian Bulger. Rob Burke plays a quick ball to Mark Malloy. Mark down the wing to Joycey again. Trim are definitely playing the ball very early. A lot of the play coming down this right wing with John Smith. Hands it off to John Morrissey. Good hand in by Owen O'Connor. Good turnover by Owen O'Connor. Connor Quigley follows up, picks up the rebound or the loose ball. Hands it off to Mark Malloy. Mark to Rob Burke. Rob gets a chance to get his head up. Plays the ball to the corner for Aaron again. He's a long way from goal here, about 25 yards out, close to the sideline. Plays the ball into Mark Malloy. Well gathered by Mark. Greasy conditions off to Kieran Joyce. Joycey off the left. That's a lovely score. First score of the game. Kieran Joyce. Good move from Trim. Direct style. Jamie Timmins with the kick out again. Again they come down this right side. Trim's left side. John Smith again. 5th or 6th possession for him already. And again Dougie overturns him. Rob a little bit high with the tackle. I think that free is for Rob Burke's foul rather than Ian Birmingham's. Conor Lynch, one of the main men for Drumbaragh, plays it back to Willie Carey. And Willie Carey's had a lot of possessions early on. John Smith again. In behind to Paddy Murray. Willie Carey. And that's wide. First kick out for Barry Callahan now. Kieran O'Rourke is free here. Drumbaragh are dropping back, leaving the sweeper in place. Barry at the tackle. James Toher gets the head up. Good marking inside from the Drumbaragh defence. Lynchy is out in front again, and he's over near the sideline. Closely marked. And I think the referee was given a sideline ball to Trim, but he's been overruled by his linesman. Paddy Murray again, back over on his own side. Kieran Joyce with a good hit on Willie Carey. A pull out the jersey from Mark Malloy. Stephen Dawson's playing advantage, and then he calls it back. John, a real contrast of styles here. Drumbaragh going very short. Trimmer a lot quicker to use the foot.
Yeah, we're favouring the quick ball in, all right, and it worked the last day. So when things break down a bit, it might start working again.
Oh, 2 hops. He didn't actually catch it the second time, but free to Trim. Owen O'Connor tries to take it quick, and the referee's making him go back to the point of the foul. Alan Douglas plays it short to Rob Burke, takes the return, tries to break the line, gets his head up, nothing on. Back to Rob Burke. Rob plays the ball again. I think that should have been a free out. Joycey another shot. This one is wide. Trim's second wide. Jamie Timmins again with the kick out. It's a better kick out this time. Conor Quigley's up. It's broken by Luke Fagan. Back to John Smith. Kieran O'Rourke gets the hand in. Kevin Alley, very impressive on his debut against Rakenny. Mops up again into Alan Douglas. Dougie plays the ball. Owen O'Connor called his mark, then went to play on and was stopped from playing by John Smith. The referee's given a free in, and Aaron Lynch is going to take this. And Aaron slots that over comfortably. mentioned the slight breeze is coming across the pitch away from the clubhouse side for anyone who's familiar with Sean Newman Park. Jamie Timmins goes long. Conor Quigley breaks it. Rob Burke picks up the break. He's been fouled. Rob gets the head up. Short to Darragh Lynch. Back to Rob. Rob goes to play it, and then it's the second time he's after doing that. He punished this time. Free to Drumbaragh in the middle of the field. Trim 2 points. Drumbaragh no score. Drumbaragh go back again. Going to build patiently from the back. There's good pressure from Rob Burke. Conor Lynch on the ground. Touched on the ground. And now Trim have an opportunity. Aaron Lynch is 1-on-1 inside. The ref's going to throw it up. Rob Burke up and wins the throw ball. And as is the case most of the time when that happens, the man who wins possession gets a free. He plays it across to Kevin Nelly. Kevin draws the man. Hands off to James Toher. Alan Douglas. Dougie with the foot. Aaron Lynch. Oh, Aaron played on. And Drumbaragh with a chance now to break from the back. Harry Higgins. Darragh Lynch bottles him up. Good tackle from Dara. And Ian Birmingham follows up. Another turnover from Trim. Ball into Owen O'Connor. Owen takes his man on and rattles it to the net.
Great goal there for Trim by Owen O'Connor. The camera went a bit out stray there. Fergal, a great goal for Trim.
Yeah, all came from Ian Birmingham's great turnover, and it's probably the third or fourth turnover that Ian Birmingham has made for Trim. And Drumbaragh moving the ball short allows the Trim half forwards to get back in front of them and force those turnovers. But geez, a super finish from Owen O'Connor off the crossbar and into the roof of the net. Brilliant.
Apologies from the cameraman.
The pub's been closed, Chivers, you know.
And
the hand isn't as steady as
just in case our treasurer is listening, Fergal Lynch is free of charge this evening. He has guaranteed us. And here's Mark Malloy, hands it off to Conor Quigley. Conor into the corner. When Trim are getting the quick ball into the full forward line, Aaron Lynch and Owen O'Connor, they're causing a lot of damage. Aaron with the outside of the left.
Great point.
An absolute beautiful point. I think it might have been a few times over in Park Talton the last day people were about to have a word with Aaron about some of the shot selection, but when the ball goes over the bar like that, yeah, keep your mouth shut. So Trim now raced into 1-3 to no score lead. Jamie Timmins kick out again. Again they want to be coming down the right. Oh, he's gone short left. Foul by Owen this time. It's great pressure on the ball by Trim again. They're working very hard out of possession. It's Harry O'Higgins again. Carries through the middle. Good hand in again with Brian Bulger. He's actually called it back for a slightly late tackle by James Toher. Conor Lynch about to take the free and try to get Drumbaragh on the board here. It's coming up to 13 and a half minutes gone. Trim at 1-3. Conor has missed that wide to the left. Drumbaragh's second wide. Barry with the kick out again. Takes a short to Decky Dowling. Again, Drumbaragh not pushing up on the kick out. Declan has time, hands it to the middle. Conor Quigley. Conor gets a chance to get the head up. Kieran Joyce out in front. Poor pass by Conor, and now it's been turned over. Colm Carey got through the tackle a little easy there and plays the ball in over the top. And that's another wide. This one is from James Connolly. It's second wide in quick succession from Drumbaragh. Trim a little bit casual coming out with the ball there. Again, Drumbaragh outnumbered for the kick out. Barry plays it to Kieran O'Rourke. Good kick out. Mark Malloy takes it off at pace. Rob Burke at pace. Rob ships a heavy tackle. Gives it back to Rourke again. Poor pass from Kieran. He plays a good ball in this time to Owen O'Connor. Owen in a lot of space. Fumbles it. And he's under pressure. Turns the man. Plays out Ian Birmingham. And Ian slashes it over the bar. Good score from Ian.
Water break here.
It's a water break again. That came from Drumbaragh leaving Trim with an extra man from the kick out, and they were able to build the length of the pitch and finish with a good score. John, your early thoughts?
It was comfortable enough for Trim. I said 1-4 to no score up at with 15 minutes played. We're not as fast and exciting as we were the last day, but we're getting the job done nice and quietly. Dumbaragh will have to up their game if they're going to try and put any impression on this game. Trim seem to be the better team.
Fergal?
Probably difficult enough to be as fluent as Trim were the last day with a soapy ball and slippery conditions. Excuse me, don't allow for that as free-flowing football, but definitely very impressive in terms of the application of intensity and turning over possession. And even that ball that went in there was a poor hand pass up into the air, but Joycey did great work to make sure that he batted it back down to a Trim player, and I think it was Ian Birmingham then to put it over the bar. So Trim certainly look more capable at taking their scores. If they keep the concentration and keep up this level of intensity, it could be any score, but Drumbaragh will have their period and they'll have to weather that storm when it comes.
Yeah, Drumbaragh were shocked in the first round. They let an 8-point lead go against Bective, so they are capable of playing good football. They won one of their first 2 league games.
You'd have to wonder about Bective's form down. They didn't score at all in the first half last night and kicked 7 points in the second half, but you'd wonder about that form of Bective and how Drumbaragh coming into this game then, when to see what even Rathkenny ran out comfortable winners last night and Drumbaragh threw away that 8-point lead. They'd be probably fairly wary coming in here. So Trim are well on top.
Trim a bit slow to come out of the water break. These are kind of turning into tactic breaks more than water breaks. Kick out again, Jamie Timmins. Trim let Jamie kick it out to the corner back here. Joe Carey. 1 of 4 carries playing today. He gets it back. Again, a lot of their attack coming down this right wing. Good tackle by Ian Birmingham, slows him up. Again, as Fergal mentioned earlier, Ian getting in a lot of turnovers and tackling. Harry Higgins. Good hands in the middle. Harry Higgins plays a little 1-2. Oh, Ian Birmingham just caught the wrong side here. DJ Carey out to Paddy Murray. Paddy with the dummy. Kieran O'Rourke. Kieran O'Rourke wins the ball. I think he was just caught on the ankle by Conor Lynch there. Popped the ball in front. Difficult ball to take in those conditions. Again, good pressure on the ball from Trim here. Good discipline. And a turnover. That's brilliant defending from Trim. And now a chance to break quickly. Dougie plays the ball wide. No, intercepted. Mark Malloy gets the ball wide again. Aaron Lynch. Aaron has it. He chooses to play on. Good hand pass to Mark. And Mark off his weaker left slots a lovely point. Again, it all comes from hard work from Trim at the back. And a good finish by Mark.
Yeah, great finish by Mark. I think he started out in the middle of the field as well. He's been a great signing in the winter for Trim.
Director of football earning his money there.
The what?
The director of football earning the money.
Yeah.
Connor Lynch lays it off to Harry O'Higgins. Willie Carey. Sean Smith makes a run down the line. It's another DJ Carey. Hands off to Luke Fagan. Luke back to Enda Nulty. DJ Carey's free inside. And DJ with the point.
It's a couple of times Drumbaragh have been able to get themselves into that type of position. That it was just good Trim defending that stopped them from getting scores, and they got the reward that time. And they have had spells of possession on the ball in their half forward, full forward line, and they can create another couple of chances that could put a bit of pressure on Trim.
Score now was what, 1-5 to a point with
1-5 to a point.
what
Yeah.
time is gone?
20 minutes. Kieran O'Rourke brings it forward down the right wing. Again, Trim look to go long. It's a bit too long, I think. Yeah. Ball out over the end line. Again, difference in style apparent there. Trim prepared to go long early. Although if you had Aaron Lynch and Owen O'Connor inside, that's probably the wise thing to do. Drumbaragh goes short again. Peter Carey now to Enda Nulty. No. You might have picked up there. James Connolly shouting no, no, no. He didn't want it, but he played it to him anyway. Declan Dowling carries it out. Decky gets the head up, plays a quick ball to Mark Malloy. Mark hands it off to Darragh Lynch. Had to check his run. Willie Carey got a good hand in there on Kieran Joyce, and I think the ball rebounded off to Dara. Drumbaragh ball.
I see Kenny is watching there now. Kenny Morgan's after tuning in. He must have thought Fergal was on the payroll.
You mean I'm not?
DJ Carey gets out in front of Kevin Alley. Ian Birmingham again turns over. That's really, really good play by Ian. DJ Carey might be a little bit disappointed with the referee there, I'd say. Rob Burke hands it off to Mark Malloy. Mark plays it. No. Tried to play it inside to Owen O'Connor. Ball carried maybe a bit further than he thought.
Egg sandwiches from the two Marys is my payment, John, when I'm in St. Lomans Park. A couple of egg sandwiches and a mug of tea, that'll do.
The egg and onion
Payment,
sandwiches,
that's all you need.
Mary Gillison and Mary McGuinness and Audrey, yeah.
Certainly always look after the press whenever we're
Jamie
in.
Timmins goes short to Stephen Meagan. First time I think he's featured. Referee Stephen Dawson is after whistling for something off the ball. Looks to be Kieran O'Rourke on Connor Lynch. Willie Carey with the free to possibly his brother DJ. Same name on, yeah. Yeah, wide to John Smith and to Harry Higgins again. Harry, who's got an awful lot of possessions, into James Connolly again. Good toe in by Declan Dowling. James Toher picks up the loose ball, wins a free. Plays it short to Darragh Lynch. Darragh to Mark Malloy. Mark surveys his options, plays it down the wing to Owen O'Connor, and that's going to skid out over the line. So line ball to Drumbaragh. Just over 7 minutes to half time. Well gathered there by the Drumbaragh man. He wins a free. Ref asks him to move it back.
Not as fluid as they were in the first quarter. Since the water break, they seem to have lost a lot of their momentum, and Drumbaragh enjoying a lot more of the ball now, but Trim need to just regain control and up the tempo, and when they up the tempo, they've definitely got the beating of
again. It's probably become a new feature of Gaelic football and hurling that the team teams carrying momentum into the water break don't always take it out of the break.
It happened screen in the senior championship earlier on this afternoon as well. They were leading going into the last second water break and end up in bet by 5 points.
Jamie Timmins.
Oh,
Kevin could have grabbed his hand. Line ball to Trim. It is a long ball to Jamie Timmins. And Kevin played a poor ball. I think Kevin stood on the pitch. And it's a throw up. Rob Burke competing for the throw ball again. Willie Carey picks up the loose ball and Connor leans into him in the back. Willie wins the free. Back to Willie Carey. Willie seems to be getting on a lot of ball. Great hand in by Alan Douglas. Connor Quigley follows up, and now Trim have a chance to break. 2-on-2 inside. Good marking by Joe Carey though, but Lynch gets free and it's gone wide. Again, as Fergal said, just maybe lacking the fluency of the first 15 minutes.
Textbook tackle from Dougie there. It's, you could put on any coaching video. It was unbelievable, perfect timing and hand in, won the ball. Should have really got a score from that. Joyce's ball in, just overhit, skid off the wet ground. It is that misty rain has just made it slippery.
Jamie Timmins, another kick out. Oh, he put his man under pressure there, but they still gathered it. Drumbaragh come down the right wing again. Cornerback John Morrissey goes across to Willie Carey again. Willie plays a poor ball in with the foot. Darragh Lynch gets out. Gets a push in the back, still gathered the ball. Darragh plays it back. Brian Bulger. And too many options in front of him. Finds Kieran O'Rourke. Kieran gets the head up. Could have played it to Declan Dowling. Slowed it up. Plays it through the line. Decky is still free. Beats his man. Plays the ball into Owen O'Connor. Owen off the shoulder. Mark Malloy ends up with it. A good score by Mark. I think it was Dougie that played the last pass there. The last 2 points from Trim for Mark Malloy there. It's now 1-6 to a point.
You need to see more of that happening with they're putting 2 men.
27 minutes gone.
2 men picking up Lynchy inside it. The number 4 is marking Lynchy. Number 10 is sweeping just in front of them, trying to cut out the ball. So Trim should have the overlap, and they're on the go again here.
Trim won the kick out. Rob Burke broke it down. Alan Douglas hands it back off. Rob Burke picks up the rebound. Rob takes the shot himself.
Yes.
The umpire takes his time, and the umpire the other side gives us. Jamie Timmins, another kick out now. Chips it. Connor Quigley caught it. Referee didn't give him a mark. Connor hands it off to Joycey. Joycey outside the right. Finds Aaron Lynch. Lovely ball. Again, he's a little bit wide.
Beautiful.
A silly comment for me. Not too wide for Aaron as he slots another score.
You mentioned earlier on about his shot selection against Rathkenny. That's 2 outrageous points today where, you know, if they'd gone a roll of a ball to the right, you'd have been cursing him for a shot selection again, but outrageous scores.
Just those 2 points make that lead just a little bit more handsome for Trim. 1-8 to a point. It's coming up to half time. John Smith, not as prominent in the last while. Still has had a lot of possessions. Willie Carey, another man who's featured prominently on the ball for Drumbaragh. 10 Enda Nulty to DJ Carey, back to Enda Nulty, and they look for the ball over the top to James Connolly. James made a couple of runs, didn't get the ball, and eventually gets played over his head. Decky Dowling picks it up. Decky to Kevin Alley. Kevin hands it off to James Toher. James hands it down to Ian Birmingham. Ian plays it inside to Kieran Joyce. At his feet, poor pass. Joyce uses his body well, pushes off Willie Carey. Owen O'Connor lays it off to Ian Birmingham. Ian has time, and he slots a lovely score.
It's 11 points in the difference. And
we have 100 viewers here on Facebook Live, our first live broadcast. Thank you very much.
it's good going, all right. Yeah, it's good to see it, and really is a valuable service for people that can't get to games. And you're only allowed 55 supporters from one club. And it's great that clubs are availing of the opportunity to stream games.
Now Trim's marker from the kick out is a bit loose, and it's ended up with, that's Luke Fagan down in the left corner, the left half back, and the referee has a little harshly given a free against him for over carrying the ball.
I'd have to say, Maudie, 11 points probably a bit harsh of a deficit on Drumbaragh. They've been game enough.
Yeah, based on possession wise, definitely, yeah, but they just haven't had the same cutting edge. As we've said, Aaron has scored 2 outrageous points.
Super goal from Owen O'Connor.
Yeah.
Really is the difference is Trim's clinical finishing and their pace here. It's a young Drumbaragh team compared to the side that won the intermediate or won the junior a couple of years ago. It's a young team and well capable of progressing if they can.
Just there, I see Ryan Kenny there looking for the score. It's 1-9 to Trim, 1 point to Drumbaragh. Just coming up to half time. Luke Fagan, or Paddy Murray actually, is number 7 with the ball again. Paddy runs into Darrell Lynch. Gone into injury time, 30 minutes, 40 seconds gone. Free to Drumbaragh. You hear the cry from the Trim sideline is no goals. They'll be happy enough to concede a point now. The referee moves them back about 45 yards out on the clubhouse sideline in Bohermeen. Kieran O'Rourke gets a good hand in and then fouls his man. Can't quite see who's taking the free. Difficult angle. The way the wind is coming away from him. Good score. Colin Carey with the score for Drumbaragh, their second point.
The old soldier.
And knocked it on with his head.
James Toher with the short free to Ian Birmingham. Ian with the head up. Plays a good pass in front of James Toher who can run onto it. Held around the shoulder, ref plays on. Joycey plays a poor ball into Lynchy. Oh, Rob Burke's a little high on his tackle.
Lynchy probably needs to just gamble a little bit more when he is making those runs. So he'd probably make 8 or 10 runs out and mightn't get the ball 6 or 8.
Joe Carey is reasonably tight on him there, I think.
Tight, but maybe if he makes those runs a little bit early and force Joycey and Dougie to pick out that ball a little bit quicker into him.
Bit of a slap from Decky Dowling. The ball gets played to Rob Burke, and that's half time. Just in summary, it is Trim 1-9, Drumbaragh 2 points. Bit of a mixed half from Trim, really strong opening quarter, especially out of possession. Drumbaragh playing a short style, Trim putting them under a lot of pressure, turning them over and getting the ball forward very quickly. Not as many turnovers in the second quarter, but a late rally of 3 points in a row has left the score 1-9 to 2 points, 10 point lead for Trim. Get the thoughts of Meath Chronicle expert Fergal Lynch.
Called a lot of things, but I don't think an expert has ever been one of them. Yeah, Trim are full value for that 10 point lead, and but you have to credit Drumbaragh. They've been threatening and they've had plenty of possession of the ball in around the forward area. Just haven't been as clinical or as potent as Trim have been going forward. Trim look very effective when they do let the ball in quickly and when Aaron Lynch can get away from his man. But as you said, he's been tightly marked in there, and the number 10 is sitting in front playing a kind of out in front sweeper to try and disrupt the possession going into Trim's danger man. But Mark Malloy has come up with a couple of good scores, and Ian Birmingham has played well there as well. So while Lynchy has taken all the attention of the defence, there are other players popping up with good scores as well, and Owen O'Connor's goal was a perfect example of that. But it's promising from Trim, but you wouldn't want to read too much into it either, you know.
Yeah, the scores are a little bit more shared around maybe than against Rathkenny. Aaron Lynch does have 3 points, Owen O'Connor has the goal, Mark Malloy has 2 points, Rob Burke has a point, Ian Birmingham has 2 points. I think we had 4 scores against Rathkenny, and sorry, Joycey has a point as well. So we might just take a break now for half time.
Okay, we're going to a half time break. We have to make a few pounds on the advertisements.